My name is Colleen, and this is my kitchen. I've struggled with my weight my entire life. After trying every diet in the book without any success, I came to the realization that diets don't work. I started my journey at a size 26W, weighing just over 300 pounds. In almost a year and a half, I've lost over 120 pounds, and I am a size 14. No W. What's my secret? Eating healthy and moving more. Now I'm here to show you how you can cook healthy food without compromising on taste and lose weight just like I have. Because if I can do it, you can too.
Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. So tonight we're going to be doing a little bit of an Italian flair. We're going to be making a penne pasta in a roasted tomato sauce. And what I love about roasting the tomatoes is it really makes them so flavorful, very juicy and sweet. It brings out a lot of great flavors by roasting them in the oven versus cooking them on the stovetop. And so, first thing is, I have 2 spicy Italian sausage links, and these actually came straight out of my freezer, and I'm just going to put them right in the bottom of a baking dish here. And then I have 2 pounds of Roma tomatoes. You can use any kind of tomatoes. I prefer to use the Romas. They're just a little firmer and true Italian style, right? Don't worry about chopping these up finely. We just want to basically wedge them. So just a coarse chop. Once we have all those tomatoes chopped, then I have 4 cloves of garlic here. And I'm just going to press these in. If you don't have a garlic press, you can mix these in. I love my garlic press because when you press the garlic, you get all those nice oils, which you tend to lose on the cutting board when you mince your garlic. Next up, I have some dried basil. Now in the summer when I make this, I love to make this with tomatoes fresh from the garden and some fresh basil. But fresh basil is hard to find in this area this time of year. So I'm using 1 tablespoon of some dried basil, and I'm just going to sprinkle that right over the top. And then I have about half a teaspoon of coarse sea salt. Again, sprinkle that right over the top. And our chicken sausage, so it's a spicy Italian chicken sausage. It's already going to be spicy, so I'm just going to add just a very small pinch, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of chili pepper flakes, just to bring a little bit of heat to the tomatoes. So as that roasts up, it's going to be super yummy. And then I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Drizzle that right over there. And then, last ingredient here is a dry red wine. I'm using a Cabernet Sauvignon. If you don't like to cook with wine, then you could use 1 extra tablespoon of olive oil. It'll add a little bit more fat to your dish, but it'll give it more moisture while it's cooking. I like the dry red wine because it just makes for such a great flavor, especially for an Italian dish. And I heard a story on the news this morning that a new study shows that women who regularly drink red wine have lower incidences of breast cancer. So there you go. A reason to have a little drink every now and then. Okay, that is it for our roasted tomatoes. Now I have my oven preheated to 450. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my oven and bake it for 40 minutes. The tomatoes have about 10 minutes left, so I'm going to go ahead and get my penne pasta cooking. And I am using 6 ounces of a whole wheat penne pasta. It's just a dry pasta. And I like to use the whole wheat because it's easier for your body to process. you actually burn more calories eating grains or foods that are made with whole grains versus refined products, refined flour. And I'm using 6 ounces because this dish is going to serve 4 people. It'll have 4 servings. The standard serving size for pasta is actually 2 ounces, but when I mix my pasta with other things, in this case sausage and tomatoes and all those seasonings, it adds a lot of calories. It also adds a lot of bulk to the dish. So I find that 2 ounces of pasta per person is a little too much. So I like to reduce it down, and that helps me better control the calories as well. So I'm, like I said, 6 ounces of pasta. I'm going to cook this just according to package directions in some boiling salted water. It takes about 10 minutes to cook up, so it should be done right about the same time as those tomatoes are done. Our tomatoes have roasted up beautifully. They're full of nice juices, nice little char marks on them. So what we want to do now is go ahead and dump them into that pan. I've cooked my pasta, and I've drained it here in this colander sitting here. So I want to throw the tomatoes in here, not on the stove like you just saw, but actually in the pan. I am going to remove these nice plump pieces of chicken sausage from the bottom. Look at that. They've cooked in that wine and the juice from the tomatoes. It's going to be so good. Okay, so the next step, I just want to take my sausages and go ahead and slice them up real good. Once I have that sausage cut up, I'm just going to add it right back to that pan with all those tomatoes. And then we add our cooked penne pasta in there. And we're going to give that a good stir. And then, of course, lastly, we just want to serve that up. Remember, there are 4 servings in here. And as a finishing touch, I love to take just a little bit of some shredded Parmesan cheese, 1 tablespoon. Sprinkle that right over the top. Perfect! You can serve this with a side salad or just with some like steamed broccoli or something to keep it really light. So I am going to go enjoy my dinner. I hope that you'll give this a try and that you'll enjoy it as much as I do. And I'll see you next time in my kitchen.